Hey y'all, welcome back party people. It's me, V, this is Z, and we're Ohio Pizza Party. And today we're in the lab here in Steubenville, Ohio, at the original DiCarlo's pizza location on Adams Street in Steubenville, Ohio.
The original.
The original. Well, the original location was really close to it. In the 70s, they moved into the location they're in now, but it is the oldest location currently standing for DiCarlo's. There's two locations here on Adams Street and then one on Sunset Boulevard, and has later spread to 18 locations, including Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Washington, and South Carolina. So they've spread pretty far over. And by the way, DiCarlo's started the Ohio Valley pizza style, where they cook the crust and the sauce, and then they put the cheese and the pepperoni on afterward. And actually it was opened in 1945 by Primo DiCarlo. He's the son of an immigrant from Sora, Italy. From there, he's built it up to the name that it is today. It's pretty impressive.
Self-made.
Yep, self-made for sure. Yeah, a little known fact, Dean Martin was born in Steubenville.
Who would have known?
Yeah, it's Dean Martin, the Dean Martin, guys. I know you probably gotta Google that, but Dean Martin was born here. And RZA, in his early formative years, lived in Steubenville and was the formation of Wu-Tang, meeting up with several people in the Pittsburgh music scene. The birth of Wu-Tang was in Steubenville, Ohio. At least we like to think that is.
Yeah, so. Shout out to Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang. We can't wait to get into this. We're gonna dig in. Let's do this.
Cheers real quick.
DiCarlo's, cheers.
Cheers.
Pep and sausage, baby. Here we go. Crust. OPP. Crust. Z. Hit me with it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You saw in the pictures the way that it held its own. Each bite had a amazing, great crust. Even if you didn't get the edge or like a corner piece where it had two, you know, kind of like the built up sides, even a non-edge corner piece was fantastic.
Like you were saying, what I like about it is, I mean, even with all these toppings. Hear that? Hear that?
That's real.
Let's see if I can pick up the crunch. It's definitely got the crunch. It's so nice. Do I have any cheese in my beard?
No.
Okay. You heard the crust. You know, when I scraped the bottom of the crust, almost like you were scraping against wood. But that's what when you bit into it, every bite was a crunch. And not only that, it was kind of had a buttery taste to it.
Yeah,
and it complemented the sauce. Excellent. I can't say anything other than the crust was
fantastic.
Yeah, this Sicilian-ish style.
Very like that crunch. But then after that, it's like a soft dough, like a pillow. So you're biting into it, and you're getting some of that soft, nice, gooey, cheesy bite. But then also that crunch comes. It does justice to pizza bites.
Yeah. Next, we are doing sauce. Sauce. Z, hit me with the sauce.
It had the sauce.
Had the sauce too.
There's no doubt about that. It had the sauce.
Yeah.
The taste, you could tell it had some herbs in there. Even after I was done eating, it gave me still kind of like that flavor in my mouth, which I always like, a little bit of that zing.
Yep.
What would you say?
Yeah, I can't agree more. It was on display. I mean, you tasted it. Yeah, it had a good zing. It was zesty. I like the sauce. It went well with the crust and all the flavors of the crust and the sauce. They must have. Yeah.
The sauce was slap.
Yeah. Topping. Now we're on to topping, which is what makes this pizza different than like all the other pizzas. Really, it's the way they do the topping.
Put on top after it's out of the oven, the Steubenville way. And I have to agree, I'm down with the Steubenville way.
I like it.
It's got me hooked. The cheese on the outside of it's a little bit cold, so it gives it a little bit of different temperatures
and texture.
Also
and texture
as well.
Yeah. OPP pro tip: you can get an extra bag of cheese. I know it sounds weird, but given the way that they make the pizza, it's actually pretty cool. So we actually put a little extra on our already cooked pizza, and then throw a little extra of uncooked cheese on top, like so. And it just adds a whole other texture to it. It's like a weird new texture of the cold cheese against the warm cheese.
Which just kind of like pops off. It already has enough cheese, I'll say that. Like, you don't need the extra cheese if you get the extra bag, but like we said, Why not? It's just so good. Pepperonis, give it a nice little like greasiness, like saltiness to it.
Yeah, because it's like you know, when you're eating pepperonis out of the bag, it's got that sweat on it almost, but not crispy. But you get it's a different flavor than when the pepperoni is actually cooked. And crispy.
And I'll say my favorite topping is the sausage.
Yeah, sausage.
It was so flavorful. It had a saltiness to it as well. It just complemented the rest of the pie.
Just packed with flavor. It had a little bit of heat. They were a big chunk. Pepperoni gets all the praise here, but try the sausage.
Yes.
Very good. I don't know. I enjoyed it.
I did too. There's no complaints from me.
Right. Yeah, please don't judge this pizza by the way it looks in pictures, because a lot of times you'll see it and it looks like the cheese, and it really is, it's just kind of thrown on there and it just slightly melts. It's not spread out when you bake it, but it is really good that way. I mean, it just adds a different texture and a different flavor to those toppings that you don't normally taste because they're cooked. We have the ratings on DiCarlo's today.
OPP ratings?
Yeah, OPP rating here. I think I'm gonna go kind of high on this one. I think I might have to go a 9. And I'm gonna say it doesn't matter whether you get it cooked or you get it not cooked. I would say get it the way they make it. Get it the way they got it. And I'm gonna give it a 9.
It's a big score, big score. I will say for my OPP rating, Carlos, there's a lot of hype. I've never had it before, and it really just checked every single box for me. And I'm gonna give it an 8.8. It was very good all around, fantastic.
Yeah, I agree.
I had to go back in for a second take.
Yeah, so he loved it so much. Right when we were leaving, he goes, I gotta go back, gotta get another piece, man, because I may not have this for a while. And I'm like, hey man, go ahead, it's a pizza party, you know?
I just figured maybe, you know, we're here.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get 3 more pieces.
Yeah. Round number 2.
Sometimes you just gotta go with the big dogs and let the big dog eat.
Pizzas, we need 2 big pizzas, man. Everything on them with water, whole lot of water, and